This website hit the traffic jackpot. They got a ton of traffic from this SEO strategy, but then the wheels fell off. As you can see, it went back down because they didn't continue to evolve. They did not continue to pay attention to the changes in Google, the changes in AI, and what they're looking for. So today, I'm going to help you capture this traffic and keep it and continue to progress with a couple of strategies that are very easy to implement that not a lot of people are paying attention to. So let's go. So here was the little breakdown of this medical group. They grew by almost 900% year over year in traffic, which is pretty crazy. So they went on average from 40,000 to 410,000. Again, this article allowed them to do a lot of that huge bump, that huge increase. And what they did was really kind of what the old way of SEO was working, right? So basically they basically dominated their SEO market with a specific set of keywords, answering specific questions that were really bottom of the funnel, because that was the way of SEO. That was what was working really good not even that long ago, where you have the top of the funnel, broad search terms, and then you have the bottom of the funnel, long tail, very specific search queries or search prompts. And this is where you focus on. This is where the money meets the road. This is where you want to create your content, your pages, answering that bottom of the funnel, high intent search traffic. And then from there, you can sell them to your thing. You can get them to book an appointment, whatever you want to do. And that's what they did there. They had an article, what is the normal range for blood sugar? So this was published in 2024. This was like when AI was starting to gain a lot of traction. And it generated, over 250,000 visits per month for a couple of months, and then it died off. But why did this work good in the first place? Well, it targets long tail keywords, specific longer search phrases that have lower search volume but higher conversion potential, like that bottom of the funnel, like I was talking about. It also targeted short tail keywords that have extremely high competition. So they did a mix of top of the funnel and bottom of the funnel with this article. And instead of targeting just blood sugar, they targeted what is normal blood sugar, high blood sugar level, normal blood sugar levels. And these specific queries match exactly what users are searching for, resulting in higher click-through rates and better engagement rates. And overall, this strategy to targeting those keywords paid off for that time frame, right? And it ranked for almost 40,000 keywords. So it was a very keyword rich article targeting a lot of those specific and broader keywords. But that was a strategy, and that was working really good. And this also allowed them to get shown in AI overviews, which they talk about. They have a lot of credibility, which helps too. And down here, it talks about how they got featured with AI overviews, which again used to work really well. Now it doesn't work as well. So what is kind of basically what is the new way of doing this, right? What has changed? Well, what has changed is the fact that, especially with the new changes in Google, I've talked about this before. The new way of SEO, especially with Google, especially with AI content, is basically you have to provide a unique point of view. It has to be a non-commodity piece of content, and this, unfortunately, is a commodity piece of content now. And this is what is really separating. This is the biggest change. This is what's separating what is ranking, what is doing really well versus what is not. I could write, not being in the medical field, I could write a really good article with AI. What is the normal range for blood sugar, right? Anyone can find that. Anyone can write that. Anyone can create that. But that's not adding value. That's not adding a new take on this. You can still write an article and use AI to write an article. There's important things I'm going to talk about that how you need to structure it. But it needs to add a new point of view, a new take. It can't just be a commodity-based article. How tall is Mount Everest? What's the, how old do you have to be to go to preschool? Those are commodity-based articles. There's no new take anyone and their brother can write those, research those, use AI to write those. So that's why this article is no longer doing well, because that's not what AIs are looking for. Because anyone can write commodity-based articles, not adding value, and people are going to stop using the platform if it just gives them those base commodity articles for everything. It's not helpful, it's not useful, and it's not adding value. So the new way that we need to focus on to really kind of set ourselves apart is to add unique data, perspective, and variables in our articles and focus on non-commodity based articles. And that's what's going to help us really set ourselves apart and creating content that's not just run-of-the-mill based articles. And there's a couple different ways you can do that. So you can create content that is a new take based on like news-based articles, trend-based articles relating to your niche. You can also do variable-based articles as well. So it will create that. You can take that commodity concept and basically turn it into a variable-based article. So here is how, so taking this article, what's the normal range for blood sugar? So I could reformat this in a new way and then also interject some variables in there if I wanted to. So here are some new ways to do it that's not as much commodity based. You know, your blood sugar is normal, so why do you feel off? Normal blood sugar range, what number doesn't tell you, so you can add a unique perspective there. Healthy blood sugar level versus optimal, and then you have some of these other good examples. So the blood sugar chart that explains your daily highs and lows. So this is just giving you more than just that commodity. Is your blood sugar actually normal? Range by range guide. When is your normal blood sugar range? When a number is fine, and when to call your doctor, so that you can add a little bit more perspective there. Normal blood sugar levels and testing mistakes that fake a bad number. I really like this one because it's going to give you the normal blood sugar level, but then it's going to give you the mistakes to fake a bad number. So you can really align that much better to give them the answer, but then also give them really good new information to help them avoid a fake bad number. So all these are good examples to take a commodity and turn it into more of a value add article. Then what you can also do is you can basically take any of these and then add variables to it. So we could take, here is a good variable article template that I've done. This one is for I think this one's for plumbing. But basically you do your target keyword, right? This is the commodity version example, but then you're forcing variables. So you can force in here a first-hand story, a specific mistake, and then what I tell every customer, and write an article based on this with your own variables in it to make it super valuable and as far away from a commodity-based article as you can do it. So I use Arvow to do this. The reason being is because this is an all-in-one SEO tool. You can easily create these custom articles, and then also you can create articles and content with your own brand assets. So it's not AI garbage, it's not AI slop. Especially if you're including your own variables, your own information, it's definitely not going to be AI slop, and it's definitely going to have a really good chance of ranking. So if you go in here, you can set up article templates in here. So I can go in here and basically do an article template. So you can basically just give it a prompt, and then you can give it a markdown outline, and then you can create variable-based article templates, which is good. So here's one I already did, which you can see. If I can configure this, here we go. You can kind of see, here's the prompt. So you can take a screenshot and copy this. But basically, you're just giving it those variables here, interjecting the variables, and what you want, how long you want it to write, and then and then a markdown outline is how you want it structured, as far as like H1s, H2s, H3s. So that's pretty much it. But in order to do this is the setup. So we give it the target keyword, first-hand story, specific mistake, and what I tell every customer. So pretty straightforward. So we're just going to fill all these in basically according to that example of that website that I already shown you guys. and we're going to generate an article that's variable centric. All right, so add the inputs. Now go over here to input. Here is the article. Hit generate article. Just take like a minute to generate the article, and then we'll take a look at it. In the meantime, there's other things you can do here. What I was talking about as far as like a news article, this is a good way to take trending news topics, but then use those resources and create a new article with a new take, a new perspective. So these are working really good. So if we just do something that's in the news, like let's just do SpaceX, since they've been in the news a lot lately because of their IPO. So basically we can just take any keyword, any niche, any industry that you're in, do a search for stories, and then click on the stories and recreate a news article that then you can use that has a new information, new perspective, but then it has the cited sources. So it has that authority baked in. So here we go. So in order to do this, we would find a relevant take, kind of like how we want to, because there's a lot of different topics, right, and different ways that they're presented. So we'd find one that's relevant to what we want. We click on it and add article, and then we can create that article and publish it on our own website, right? It has its own sources, everything. All right, so here is the blood sugar with the new perspective. What is the normal range for blood sugar? Straight answer from someone who's fixed it hundreds of times. So basically this is interjecting those variables with specific information. So this is not only answering that question, that commodity question, but giving specific stats, specific information. And because you're doing that, this is going to get shown on AI overviews, AI search, and Google a lot more, because you're adding specific elements in here answering that question. So this is a very good article. As you can see, it has the baked in meta description, H2s, H3s, alt text, images, all the stuff that's important from a structure standpoint to rank. Then you can integrate this with any website and publish it, which is really nice. So if we go down here to integrations, you can see you can set up an integration for any website. I can set this up on an auto blog too. So basically Autoblogging is really good, and create SEO friendly blogs based on whatever you guys want. You can do a keyword feed. So you can do a feed name. You can do a website URL, like your website, whatever keywords you want to rank for, and then set that up as a keyword feed. And then it'll pull from that to generate articles automatically. You can do a news feed like we just talked about. You can do an RSS feed. If you have like a good RSS feed from like someone in your industry, it'll keep an eye on that feed and create new articles based on that feed. Same thing with YouTube, your own or a trusted YouTube channel. Every time there's a new YouTube video, you can have it create an article, which is really, really cool. So that's the ways that are working really well right now that we're seeing with our websites and our businesses. And this site really helps be able to make that a lot easier. And there's a lot of other bells and whistles on this site too, which you can use. So the link below is to Arvow, our site optimizer, which you can have it analyze all of your website and optimize meta titles, meta descriptions, image alt text, find missing stuff, and then improve it. It'll give you what's currently there, what to fix, and then why to fix it. And you can click all and apply it all, which is really good. Automatic backlinks, this is next level. So basically you can sign up for this, put your website in, and then when you create content, it'll automatically put those relevant external links in there. And then when other people are creating content, it'll put relevant links in their content back to your website. It's only relevant, it only applies if it's relevant. So it's a huge backlink pool. So thousands of users use this. So it's going to look at all the backlink opportunities and pull out the ones that make sense. And then it's going to interject those as external links in your articles. But your articles, you can also customize to include internal links, your sitemap, all those things as well. So if I go in here, you can see that you can give it your own website as a knowledge base. You can structure it. You can give it a call to action, internal link with your sitemap. Here's where the backlinks come into play. You can give it if you want specific websites to backlink to, or it'll do it for you with trusted backlinks. Images, you can give it your own, or it'll generate them for you. Videos, it'll give you can do your own YouTube, or it'll do it for you. So this is where this becomes next level, because you're using your own brand assets inside the article. So it's not just like random AI slop, and it's structured in the way that Google and the AI overviews want. You can also use the LLM brand monitor to monitor your website. So you can put in your own prompts, or it'll do it for you, and then you monitor those. Like, this is how people are searching and finding you, and you can monitor, am I showing up in LLMs with the prompts, with the searches that I want to show up for. You can track the visibility across all LLMs, and then the sentiment. Is it positive? Is it negative? So this is a really cool tool that's built in here as well. So lots of really cool stuff in here, but this is how I would reframe what you're doing, so that you're not having this drop off and you can keep building on it. This is what's working really, really well. And there's a couple of different ways that I just showed you that you can start to do this and really capitalize in this, so you don't get filtered out of AI overviews, AI search, and then you can still meet the new Google requirements to continue to get that rank and to continue to improve. So hopefully that helps you guys out. Everything that you need is below. Check out this other video on SEO. I'll be back soon with more good stuff for you guys.